the best and most practical, actionable insights.
Radio 4 of the ZNBC. The time is 7:24. Welcome to Ndalama Insights. Good morning to you all. This is a show where we discuss all things personal finance and wealth building. My name is Lina Zulu, and of course, as always, we've got an exciting and important eye-opening show for you again today. So, as we celebrate Women's Day this Saturday, and this entire month is Women's Month, we're diving into a powerful topic today, which is women and investing, bridging the financial gender gap. We'll be talking about the unique challenges that women face in the financial world, why investing is crucial for women, and practical steps that will help them take charge of their financial future, should I say, our financial future. So joining us today is our resident financial expert, Mukonki Mukonkela from Insight Partners. Good morning and happy Women's Month.
Happy Women's Month, Lina. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you too?
I'm very good. It's can you hear me? Should I bring it closer?
Yes, please.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Good. I've got a very fancy microphone. Those of you that
know.
can't see me online. So happy Women's Day to month actually to all the women out there. It's great to be a woman. And I love talking about women issues. Not that I'm a feminist. I'm actually not a feminist enough. You'll be surprised to know. But I do understand that women have certain challenges that those of us that have an opportunity to have a microphone in front of us should be able to speak about and hopefully can accelerate action. That's the theme for the 2025 Women's Day, by the way. So accelerate action. So hoping that we can use our platforms to help a few women that lack the necessary skills needed to excel and to start taking it on.
Yeah,
and that's what this is about.
Yeah, accelerating action in financial empowerment.
Yes.
Yeah. So what specific challenges do women face when it comes to investing?
So there are a number of challenges, Lina. When it comes to investing, first of all, the kinds of businesses women run, even the income that we earn, is not, we cannot match it to our men folk. There really is a gap in terms of the disposable income or even the income that a woman compared to a man makes. You can compare this to the salary in the workplace. An equally qualified, sometimes even a much more qualified woman gets less than a lesser qualified man. Simply because of the gender, unfortunately. And also businesses, women tend to do businesses that are not very lucrative. So they do businesses that don't give them as much profit compared to men that invest in industries and sectors that are much more profitable. So already the income that is being generated from these activities, the job or the business, cannot be compared to the men folk. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is our cultural expectations, particularly for women, married women. A lot of women are expected to follow the lead of the men, as of course for Christians, and we know that Zambia is a Christian nation. This is expected. Women have a certain role, and it's understandable. However, there are some cultural expectations that lead women to feel like they should not be empowering themselves financially, and it actually deters some women from even pursuing investment opportunities because they feel like if they were to make more money than the men, the man would feel undermined, and it would lead to a whole lot of issues in the home. So cultural expectations also prevent women from taking bold steps, particularly when it comes to starting a business and investing, because they are afraid of what society is going to think about them. I don't know if if it's something you've encountered, Alina. And also, even just the financial products that we have on the market, for a lot of women, they don't understand them. Bonds, treasury bills, these are languages that many women are not accustomed to. They would know about the village banking, but they might have never heard about bonds or treasury bills and what these are. Whereas the men folk, this is what they talk about when they're hanging out, wherever they hang out or socialize. So there are quite a number of challenges when it comes to investing that women face. And for me, I think the biggest one really is even just starting from the disposable income to invest. There's already a gap between the income that men make compared to the women that we can even eventually spend. So these are some of the challenges that I thought we needed to speak about. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to some of the cultural challenges that women face when it comes to financial empowerment and investing.
So I spoken about one, Lina. In many societies, the idea that a woman who's should being financially independent or should be investing is really received with a lot of resistance. And this results in some women fearing the reaction of their partners and families. Recently, I watched a movie. It was very interesting. So I watched this movie where there was this smart girl who in college. She was a really smart girl, and they were in this class, and she had a crush on this guy or boy, right? And the boy wasn't as smart, but because she really liked this boy, she had to pretend like she was dumb in order to have a chance to get a date with this guy. So for women, even just empowering yourself financially, it seems like it's a threat to the men, and you might not even get a date, or you might not get married if you've got a lot of money. So in many societies, really, the idea that a woman should be financially independent is truly, Lina, received with a lot of resistance. And even in the workplace, I have seen this. I hang out with a lot of men compared to women, actually. And one of the feedback that I get from my male friends is, Nkonki, aren't you afraid? Because the way you come out like like there's no need for for a man to help you in this way or in that way. So isn't that a threat to you in terms of finding a partner and all of that? And I tend to think so why should I dumb myself and fear
downplay
whatever
my
God blessed me with,
Yeah.
so that I should resonate with a partner? And this is a real fear that it manifests among a lot of women. And what women need to understand is we're supposed to be helpers, but we're also supposed to contribute to a family, and it should not be a threat to the men. And truly, these are things that I've experienced, Lena. So that is what it is. So
that's the reality on the ground.
Yeah, and many women fear that becoming financially independent is going to equal to not having a partner, or the emphasis on women being financially independent is going to prevent them from, I don't know, such things.
Yeah, I would like you to build more on that, because these stories are everywhere.
Yeah.
Where some men, we won't say all of them, lest we start,
Yeah, no, it's not all of them.
Yeah, some men feel threatened when their wives or partners become financially empowered. How do you navigate that?
So I think one way we need to navigate this is, first of all, to reassure the men that as women, we do understand our role. I personally understand my role. Being a Christian, I've grown up a Christian. Many of you might not know. I'm really ingrained in my Christian values, and I do understand the role of a woman. What we need to understand is financial stability in a home is very important, and having two sources of income is very important for households nowadays. Just a few days I was hearing in the news about the food basket in Lusaka, and how it has gone up. So wouldn't it be great for you as a man to have a woman in the house that is contributing towards your budget in the household? I think it would be really, really great. So that's the beginning. It's just to reassure the men that we women are there to help you. And this is a well-known cliche. When a woman makes money, it goes to the benefit of the entire family. And yes, even for the men, but most of the times when a woman becomes financially empowered, they're really thinking about their children, their husbands, and the welfare of the entire family. And that is really, really true. So the first thing is reassuring the men that we are not out there to compete with you. We are there to empower ourselves. Just assuming something had to happen to you, we want to ensure that our family is protected and we can continue taking care of our financial needs. And also for young women as well, even you as a man, if you've got children, if you've got young girls, daughters, you want to empower them financially, because an empowered girl is less exposed to, vices such as prostitution, because money is very powerful. And a lot of people out there, evil people, use money as a trap for young women and the vulnerable, even vulnerable young women and even boys. So if you're able to empower your daughters to understand a little bit about saving money, investing it, and that they can actually do it, you're going to help your daughters to avoid a lot of vices that are going to lead them astray. So it's very, very important. So one thing is we need to create safe spaces for women where women are able to learn about how they can empower themselves financially, and which is why financial education becomes very fundamental. And I'm happy that as a woman myself, I have this platform where I've been speaking about investing, saving,
Right.
finances, and to just give the confidence, because one other challenge is that women lack a lot of confidence. They feel like a woman should not be talking about these topics. These are technical. I don't know. People feel like
this is a field for men.
This is a field for men. What is a woman doing in this area? So I think myself being in this arena, I hope provides confidence in many women to understand that you can be a woman and also speak about money and empowering yourself financially without threatening the relationship that you have with your partners. So that is what we need to do, really.
Okay, so today we're looking at women and investing and bridging the financial gender gap. You can hear how Mukonki is very passionate about money matters.
Yeah.
I think all of us need to speak about money passionately.
Yeah.
So why is it particularly important for us to invest, Mukonki?
So you know what's been discovered? There's a FinScope that was done. It's a financial survey that was done a few years ago, and I wish the Bank of Zambia and the FSTZ can do another one, a new one. So there's a FinScope 2020 survey that was done. It's a research in terms of financial products and the financial industry in Zambia. And you see, what was discovered is a number of women actually are very good at saving money. And I can attest to that just from my mother. I can see my mother can save money and you never know that she's got money in the house. So a lot of women actually are very good at saving, but they don't go the extra mile and learn how to invest and grow that money. And that is where the gap is. So it is very important for women to understand that saving money is essential, but it's not where it ends. For you to actually grow that money and make more of it and ensure that the money is working for you, you need to go an extra mile and start investing it. So investing in what? It's in investing in everything we've been speaking about on this program. So you need to learn about, can I buy? You can start with things like unit trusts. These are safer investments. So you have a collective investment scheme that you can buy from a company. We've got a number of companies that have these unit trusts that they sell. You can go and approach them, spend a little money every month and buy a unit trust, start understanding what it is. And then when you graduate from a simple investment like a unit trust, you can move on to perhaps a government bond. What is it? How can I buy a bond? You can move on to treasury bills. What are they? How are they important for my investment? And for those women that are bored enough, you can start a business, because a business is also an investment. And it's an investment that I don't really talk about much nowadays. But don't forget that even a business is an investment. So for women, this is what we need to start doing. We need to start going beyond just setting money aside, but actually start building on that wealth by investing that money. And we need to gain the confidence, because one thing is women are not confident. So by educating yourself, there are so many platforms nowadays where you can educate yourself, Lina. If you're not sure about a certain product, do a research. YouTube has got a lot of information. Even my channel, I've produced, I think there are now hundreds of videos that I have. And if you are really eager to learn, you're able to find materials online without even attending my class. You can even just watch my videos and you're able to educate yourself and then start asking questions. And now we are fortunate to have created, a community of smart investors, like-minded individuals, that men and women, by the way, that are in this WhatsApp group that are also helping each other. Most of the times I'm not even in those discussions. So you can also join such a group.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can join this group and start learning from other people that are already, investing. So I think as women, we need to go the extra mile. We are good at saving money, but we need to understand where we can put that money to grow it. And then I know I've saved a lot, but I think the key is where do we put the money to grow it?
Right.
Because there are certain sectors that are good for investing and others that are not. And research indicates that women actually tend to spend money in sectors or industries that are not very profitable
They're not
or
viable for
lucrative.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
So we need to learn to
Tell
identify.
tell them
Exactly.
apart and say this one is
Yes,
going to give me the returns, this one won't.
exactly. So we need to be able to have that eye for
Beautiful.
identifying such.
Right. So you can start small, yeah, and discreet if you can, because I mean you're worried. You also want to save your marriage. You don't want to look like now you're becoming big headed because you're making money for yourself. So you
That
can be discreet.
you need to be discreet. So, but I know a lot of people like to say you shouldn't tell your partner, and especially the men. The men like to say, don't tell your wife about whatever.
Right.
But I think it's important to be transparent, but start small and involve your partner. And I hope your partner will be supportive. But if you don't have a supportive partner, we know women go through a lot of challenges in these homes, Lena.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't have a supportive
yeah.
partner, I think it should not prevent you from still empowering yourself financially, because as we know, money is really used as a trap oftentimes in many situations. So I feel like you need to create a plan and ensure that you empower yourself financially, no matter the scenario.
Absolutely. So as we celebrate Women's Day on Saturday,
Yeah.
with the theme Accelerate Action, like you said,
Yeah.
how can this message be applied to investing and bridging the financial gender gap?
Accelerate action. I love this theme. I love the 2025 theme because it's about actionable insights, a theme that I've always spoken about.
Yes.
So we need to accelerate action because for so many years we've spoken about women empowerment. Women have got so many groupings, Lina. I am sure you know about women groupings, women this, women that.
Even
But
village banking, most are women.
it's mostly women. But do we get to see the results? And at the current pace, and this is according to the International Women's Organization finding. So at the current pace that we are going, it's going to take us up to 2158 to make progress as women. So we are really, really slow. Many of us would have died. It's like generations, 5 generations, we will not be there at the current pace. So that's why the 2025 theme is to accelerate action. So how do we do that? We need to ensure that women, we quicken this. We can no longer be just behind and pretend to be shy and I don't know what else. Be bold. A lot of people tell me, Mkonki, where did you get this boldness from? Why are you like this? I'm like, perhaps it's because I grew up in a house where I was given the confidence by my parents to express myself. And I do appreciate that. And this is why I advocate for men as well as women in the houses to really start your children from a younger age, reassure them. And that's the only way we are going to accelerate this progress. Empowering women is not about competing with the men. It is about ensuring we are all doing well as families. And for developing countries like Zambia, we really don't have any way out. We need 2 incomes in households. And that's how we're going to accelerate action. So don't think about your wife or your partner as a competitor, particularly if they've heard about Mukonki on radio. I've heard about this woman. She talks about finance. And then like, what are you talking about?
So you want to be like Mukonki, eh?
So you want to be like...
Yes, sir.
So my message...
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
So my message... Let's encourage each other. Let's encourage each other. We are all this together, men, women, families, and everybody, communities.
Powerful discussion. We hope that we have taken as many nuggets from this one as we could. Now, what final advice would you give to our listeners, especially the women who may be hesitant to step into investing? I know Rhoda in our MCR is listening. He says, I always listen.
So I think for the women, as we celebrate the Women's Independence Day 2025, we need to understand that financial independence is not about distancing yourself from your loved ones. It is actually about creating a safety net and a sense of security for your family and your future. Reassure your partner that you are not competing with them, but you are trying to help them to build this safety net and to support each other. Anything happens, and there's research that actually indicates that women live longer than men. So you reassure your partner that you want to ensure that your family is well taken care of and if anything had to happen to them.
Mm.
And this is what I would like to end with. So let's accelerate action in 2025 and moving forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mukonki, for sharing your insights once again with us today.
Thank you so much, Lina.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone that joined in via YouTube and also listening in to Radio 4 right now on this Ndalama Insights show, which comes every Tuesday at 7:20 hours. As we celebrate Women's Day, let's not just talk about empowering women and empowering each other. You know that we always pull each other down. I totally disagree with that one. Yeah, so let's make steps to make it happen. Until next time, remember to stay informed, stay empowered, and keep investing wisely. On behalf of our financial expert, Mukonki Mukonkela, my name is Lina Zulu. Thank you so much for tuning in.